thank you also for purchasing my cricket game graphics. Okay, this is how it looks when you download it. Okay, so this is our graphics here. When you extract, this is what you see. We have folders, various folders in here. We have Excel data, we have sample pictures folder, we have setup tutorials that we will go through, we have Teams flag UTC, and then we also have Mixv UTC. Remember, this particular software is a freeware that you can download from the Mixv website. When you go to Mixv website, go to Mixv forum. When you go to forum, go to third-party softwares, and you will find this one to download. It is free, as I said. Just go out there and download it for free. This is the UTC file. This is the project file that you will be opening, and then this is our teams. Okay, this is the logo of the tournament logo. Actually, I'm using Pakistan, England, Wales, and then India, because they are the most countries that plays cricket. Okay, so when I go here, this is the setup tutorials. I have this that I will go through later, and then I also have this particular one that I will also show you all this. Okay, I will take you through whatever we have here. Okay, we also have sample pictures. So let's move on to the Excel data. We have two data sections here. We have, first one, we have data with sample files and data without sample files. Okay, we'll be going through, we'll be using the data without sample file for you to see how to start from beginning. Okay, so let's go back. And first thing that we do, we will first open our cricket project. So after opening this project, that's the other thing you will do. Go back to the folder, go to your Mixv UTC, and then open the UTC controller. Go to open, and we will go straight to where our file is. It's somewhere here. We downloaded it here, and then UTC file. Okay, just go here and open. This is exactly how our UTC project looks like. We will go here to the main and go to data and look at what we have. All our data is missing, so we are going to set this data up. Okay, so remember, there are two data that you will be setting up: your data source and then the data over here. Okay, so let's first start with our data source from the Mixv. So we go straight to the data, we go to data source, and we have this one over here already. Okay, just go to settings and locate your Excel sheet. Let's locate it. Let's locate the Excel sheet. Let's locate the Excel sheet. The Excel sheet is somewhere here. Excel data. So we are using data without samples. Okay, so let's go in there and select this, and we hit open. After that, we'll hit OK. That's all. So this is exactly done. You leave it as it is. Just close this menu. So that we will need to set up the data on the Mixv UTC. When you find your data offline this way, you would have to create them again. Okay, just rearrange them, create them and rearrange them again. So this is how it works. Go back to your folder. Okay, go back to your folder, go to your setup tutorials, this particular folder, setup tutorials, and there is a data. Okay, this file over here, Excel data links name. Open it. Okay, so this is exactly what you have here, and what we're going to do is we're going to change all of these ones. So what we'll do first, we will change the first one. Right click on the space, go to external data, and then click on Excel data. So we are trying to replace this particular one over here. Okay, this one over here. So we need to write, or we need to replace this name over here. Okay, this is the file we opened a while ago. It says button first. That is exactly what we see over here too. You see button first. So let's go there. Let's come here and then copy the button first. Copy, and then we come here. Okay, you see this button over here. It says widget property, or you can right click it and go to property. Anyway it is still the same. So when we come over here, let's change the name to what we copied earlier, pattern first, okay? And then let's leave the color as it is. Let's leave the color as it is because it's still a dark color. Let's hit OK. When we hit OK, you see we have replaced this, so we have to take this one off. Before we take it off, let's trim it down, okay? And then we'll take the top one off. We will replace with this, okay? So simple, so simple. And let's add the file path of our Excel sheet into this column over here. And as I said earlier, we are using the data without sample, okay? So we click on it, we go to home, and we click on copy path, bring it here, and we go here and paste, okay? And remember, when you paste anything of such, you see there is a colon, okay, in front. Just make sure you clear that colon, okay? Just make sure you clear that colon away, okay? So let me resize it back. Okay, so this is what we have. We can duplicate this. We'll have to duplicate this to form this, and then the rest. So this is how to duplicate. Either you will right click and come to duplicate here, okay, you see this duplicate, or you will just come here and duplicate. But I think just right click it and go to duplicate. Okay, so this is the duplicated one that we have, and the next one we are looking for is button select, okay, button select. So let's go straight to our data connection here. So we copy this name, we come straight here, and we go to, we right click it, properties, and we change the name here, paste, and also we also change the color, okay? Let's try to make the color exactly as it is, just for your own reference, okay? So we hit OK, we have the color well set here, okay? So we take the first one off, and we will, let me stretch a little bit and pull it up. Okay, okay, we have this one too well set. We will do the same thing here, right click, duplicate, and we will move it here, remove it here, okay? And then we go up here and look at it. We are looking for button select 2, button select 2. So we go straight to the data section again, we copy the information here, button select 2, we come back to it, and then we right click, properties, and change this information here, okay? And it is also green, so we leave the green over there, we save it, and we close the top one. Let me rearrange it nicely. We close the top one and we pull it up here, okay? Okay, so we have our data arranged. Just go back into the folders, go to setup, tutorials, and look at the data setup picture over here. So this is exactly what we're going to use to set up our data. Right now we have our data well arranged, but we need to set the data. But this time we will have to set up the data from the bottom, okay? We'll have to input the data from down to up, okay? That is why I have represented these arrows. If we start from the top to the down, it's most of the time crashes, okay? When we start from the top to the down, it most of the time crashes, it goes off. So this is what we're going to do. Let me come here. This is our reference here, okay? This is the reference. Let me increase a little bit, okay? This is the reference that we see over here. So we're going to start the data section. And remember, what I will do is that I will just fast forward it a little bit, but I think you will definitely see what I'm doing. So we look at this data from the down is 2, 4, 1, 12, and 2. Okay, so let's come here. Let's type 2, 4, 1. Let's type the 12 quickly. 12, and then we go to 2. Okay, so this particular data is set. We have 10 over here. Okay, as you go up here, you see there is another section over here. It has written 10 rows. Okay, so that is it. We have set this, so let's go ahead and set the rest. Okay, so this is exactly what we have, and remember, this is the only thing that you will be doing. Okay, when you do this, you are off to go. This is the only thing you'll be doing, and this is the only setup you'll be doing. Okay, and over here, this is where you add your tournament logo. So let's go here, click on it, and we go straight to Teams flag, and we select the logo here, and we hit open, and the logo will be open. Okay, this is the logo we find here. So first, let's go here and save. Let's save the project immediately. Okay, so now the project is saved, and when we go up, we go straight to main. Our data is intact. Okay, but before we do anything else, we will have to close this data and open it again. So the next thing to open right now is the data. So we are using the data without sample. This is what we're using, data without sample. So we now have to check and see whether they are all connected. Okay, let's check and see whether they are all connected. Okay, so the first thing we will do, let me see if I have data in this. Okay, so I think this data section has to go off. Okay, that is what we are seeing on it. So let me take it off and hit save. Okay, so when I hit save, when it saves, okay, you see right now we have empty data. There is nothing here. Okay, there is nothing on this page. Oh, and then the last thing to do, okay, the last thing to do is that we need to set a preview. We need to set a preview over here to preview everything that goes on there. Go to settings, we go to outputs NDI, okay, this section over here, and this is what we need. Okay, many a times you will see this, you'll see all your outputs off like this. Okay, you can decide to bring only 2 of them on. Let's say before you do that, make sure this side is selected output, and then this side is selected preview. Okay, preview. So you select both, this one on and this particular on. I'll close this preview, or before I close that, let me create a new one. Right click, go to external data, go to NDI monitor. Okay, NDI monitor, let's rename it to preview and change the colors first. So we hit on settings. You can also right click like this and go to properties. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change this name to preview. okay, and we change the color to orange. That is it. So we hit save. Okay, so our data here is well saved. So we need to push the content in. Before you put the content in, you see this line over here. Go here and select the output. Remember, we select output 2 as the preview. So select the output 2, and there you have your preview. So let's close this and then push this one up a little bit. Okay, and when I click preview over here, okay, you see it is in there. When I click preview over here, it goes in there. So let's save it. And okay, so the next part will be showing you how to use this particular graphics. Cricket games necessarily, like most of the times, needed to be run on multiple computers, okay, but this particular tutorials is on just one computer. So if you know how to network your folder or network any file of yours, network anything that you want to edit on multiple computers, if you don't understand networking and all this stuff, just let me know, then I'll teach you or show you how to multiple edit a particular Excel sheet. But that is not what we're doing over here right now. What we are doing is showing you how to set up your Cricut graphics. Okay, so as I said earlier, at least 2 computers are needed to run this project. I am saying this because when you have a tournament, a very big tournament, and then you wanted to have a very easy workout, you like to have other hands coming in, this is exactly what you will do. You will need 2 computers this way. As I've already indicated over here, we have main PC and data PC. So one computer will just be adding up data. And remember, this particular project is so unique that all the typings are done on Excel sheet, this particular Excel sheet, and all that this section does is to click and show it on screen. So this particular person over here, that is the graphics switcher here, does only one job. Just click, it will come on screen. The only person who does the addition of data and then all this stuff is the person manning the Excel sheet. The one handling the Mixv UTC doesn't do much. All that he does is to click and show the items on screen. And what this person, the data PC, does is to type the data and then push it straight, or type the data will automatically populate on all the sections that we have here. So what this person is supposed to do is to click and it will be shown on screen. And remember, you see, before you decide to use 2 computers for this project, what you need is a network. I think I don't need to explain much about networking, because I believe when you are able to use Vmix, you will definitely understand how network things work, because it is one of the cheapest, or let's say commonest or common thing to know when it comes to computer. Okay, so it is, I said both pieces has to be connected to one LAN. It's very convenient that way, that you don't have any breaks in it. And then I also say that to be able to share the data folder from one PC, from PC1 to PC2. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that you will have to connect both computers on one network so that you can share a folder. Sharing a folder, I think there are so many sites or so many YouTube pages that will teach you how to share a folder to other networks, or how to share a folder to be edited on other networks. And remember, before you will make an Excel sheet an editable, okay, multi-editable, you will need to just go to Google or just go to YouTube and type how to make Excel sheet editable. It's a very simple step, very simple step. Okay, but right now we are dealing with a single Excel input, okay, from the same machine. If you still want to use multiple machines, you can easily do that. That is very easy, and that is also very common to use. Okay, so that is basically what we have here.